I'm a proud member of the St. Edmund Prep class 2026, and I'm honored to be here with you all tonight to have a chance to speak with you about my experience as an Eagle. 4 years ago, when I first walked through the doors of 2474 Ocean Avenue, I only knew 3 girls in our grade, and I was absolutely terrified. But what I didn't know then, what I'm so glad to know now, is that this big, boxy building in the middle of Sheepshead Bay would turn into my second home and give me some of the greatest memories of my life. What I'll remember most about St. Edmund's isn't the schoolwork, but rather the people. The unlikely friendships that began over lunch and free periods in the cafeteria, the bonds that fostered in the quiet conversations in the back of silent classrooms, and the connection made between 2 people trying desperately not to laugh in a situation where laughing is definitely not welcome. And somewhere in between all these simple interactions and moments, all of us strangers became a family. None of this would have ever been possible without the support and companionship of our lovely teachers who made their classrooms and offices feel like our safe spaces. Teachers like Miss Johnson, Miss Kay, Mr. M, Mr. Corrigan, and Mrs. McGrath, to name a few, did not just teach lessons, but rather taught us how to approach life. They stayed late, they listened, and pushed us when we doubted ourselves, even though we can all be really annoying and hard to put up with. Especially Miss Johnson, I'm so sorry for what you've been put through. Even staff members like Miss Althea Sullivan have gone above and beyond for me time and time again. The same can be said about our administration, who transformed our building into our home. Their smiling faces waiting at the door every morning can truly turn someone's day around. They kept themselves open to anyone who wanted to talk, and they consistently met us with kindness and compassion. What truly makes Edmund so special is the opportunities to bring individuals together in ways that you would never anticipate. The Emmaus Retreat and Travel Study created friendships between myself, my classmates, and my teachers that are incredibly unique and special to me. There's something truly beautiful about realizing the people around you are so much more than classmates, but they are people you can trust, lean on, and the people who will end up changing your life in the most silent but special ways. For me, one of these experiences was the senior Christmas show. Spending long early mornings before school writing scenes and rehearsing lines created unique and unlikely bonds between myself and my classmates. There's something to be said about how engaging in complete creative chaos with one another will foster such great friendships. The combination of sleep deprivation and a short time window was lethal for our cast and led to our show being one of the most bizarre things I've ever seen. And honestly, anyone who had to witness Mr. Wagner dressed as a ginormous green Labubu is permanently trauma bonded to one another. I'm so sorry we made you watch that. Of course, I can't speak about my time here without speaking about softball. Joining our varsity softball team changed my life forever. The strangers on that field became so much more than teammates. Those girls are now my sisters. Some of my greatest memories, strongest friendships, and happiest moments of my life I can accredit to softball. Miss Breen is the heart of our team and keeps the spirit high no matter the circumstances. Even though we drive her crazy when no one's taking practice seriously or we're spamming the team group chat, she will normally somehow keep her composure and just laugh along with us. And Miss Fox is just truly like no other. Even though I just annoy her all day, I know deep down she actually really enjoys when I interrupt all her classes. Miss Fox has grown into the older sister I never had. She's someone who's guided me, believed in me, and reminded me of my worth when I struggled most to recognize it myself. And I'm eternally grateful to have been blessed with her in my life. As graduation gets closer, I can no longer be in denial about this chapter of my life ending. It's so hard to imagine leaving all of this behind. My classmates who I spent the most pivotal years of my life with, the friends who became family, the teachers who helped shape who I am. But I think what comforts me most in closing this chapter is knowing that from here, our paths will part a million different ways, but they will forever be rooted in that same building on Ocean Avenue. Sorry. So in conclusion, thank you, Mrs. McGinnis, Mr. Wagner, Mrs. Rizzo, Mr. Romano, and Miss Breen for doing so much more than running our school, but turning it into a home. Thank you to our faculty and staff for believing in us, fostering our bonds, and for being the steady hands on our backs when we didn't know if we could keep going. Thank you to the class of 2026 for sticking together through the highs, lows, and everything in between. Thank you for growing alongside me. And finally, thank you to St. Edmund Prep for recognizing my potential and shaping me as an adult. You've sent yet another generation of strong, kind, and resilient souls into the world. I will be forever changed by the time I spent alongside everyone here. Thanks.